Hello, welcome to the Bureau in the Bedroom. My name's Brooke. This will be a beautiful yoga practice to integrate into your day. I'm going to encourage us to have some self-compassion as we move through the postures today. There's no force, there's no pushing, there's just feeling, a lot of breathing, and we'll even be using a couple blocks. So if you have a couple blocks, grab those. Can just help us ease into the posture. So I'm really hoping that this practice will help us relax more into ourselves, allow us to maybe release areas in our body that are sort of held and stuck. That could be energetically stuck or maybe physically stuck. Maybe there's an area in your back or your hip that's just really tight talking to you. And yeah, something that just really nurtures us today. So again, it will be a full spectrum class. I'm going to invite us to do some arm balances, some hip openers, back bends, so a little bit of everything. Okay, so let's begin with something that can sort of calm and ease our nervous system. It's called bumblebee breath, or I like to say bumblebee breath, maybe not be bumble. But it's called a bee breath, and basically we're going to close off our senses, meaning I'm going to close my eyes with my middle index finger and draw the thumb to my ear, so I'll close my ears to any sound, any sight. I'll take a deep breath in, and as I exhale, I'm going to have a little hum. And I want to create this vibration in the back of my throat. So keep the back of the throat open, back of the skull lifted, so the back of the throat can be open, and your hum can be at any pitch you want. It can be low, it can be high, it can be somewhere in between. But we're just gonna hum until we're empty, and we'll do that 3 times. So sitting nice and tall, sharpen your sit bones, lifting your posture, relax in your shoulders, find your plumb line, head to pelvis, pelvis to head. And then take your index finger and your middle finger, close off your eyesight, draw your thumbs to where your ear, the cartilage meets sort of the bone. Well, actually there's right, a little bone here, the top of the jaw, and then there's the little cartilage where the part of the ear is. I was placing my thumbs right there. And I'm going to take a deep breath in, feeling my body from bottom to top. And then exhale, hum. Again, deep breath in. Expanding all the way down, all the way up. And again, exhale, hum. One more time, inhale. Belly, ribs, heart, chest, throat, mind, and exhale, hum. Gently release your hands to your lap. One more full deep breath in, breathing fully, expanding body, body to top, bottom to top. And exhale, let it go. Open your eyes. And you invite yourself back. Hopefully that was interesting, right? We close off our eyesight. It helps us turn more inward, really focus on our inner body, our inner communications. So hopefully that just helped us to draw inward, again, paying attention to ourselves as we move through this practice today. Okay, let's begin in child's pose. Grab one block to begin. Forgot to use my essential oils. Save those for the end of practice. So I'm going to use the block to rest my skull on. If you're looser in your hips, draw the knees together. If you're tighter, draw the knees apart. And just sort of fold the hip crease. Hold on to the block, rest your head. And just 3 deep breaths, inhaling. Relaxing your body, exhaling. Inhaling. And exhale. Last breath, maybe you stretch your arms overhead and a little length through your side wave. And exhale. And I'm pressing through the hands to come up. I'm going to place my 2 blocks now underneath my hands for puppy pose. So bringing the floor to me is just going to give me a little bit more space in my armpit chest. I'm going to ground the shins, inhale, expand my lungs. And exhale, walk my hands maybe more forward as I lower my chest, my skull. Shoulders stay lifted. And 2 more breaths here, inhaling. Hands pressing down as I lift the bottom rib cage. 1 more full breath. Lengthening through the sides of the waist, thighs are back. Exhale. Very nice. And I'm going to press through my hands, come back in, and then thread the needle. So I'm going to take my left arm and sweep it underneath my right, coming down to my left skull, pressing my right hand down the block to lift my shoulder and try to stack my 2 shoulders right on top of left. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Inhale. And exhale, just easing into the stretch, the movement in my upper back, waist, ribs. And then I'm pressing down to come back up. Side 2, I'll take my right arm underneath my left, bending left elbow, left hand presses down the block to lift, stack left shoulder on top of right. 2 breaths, inhaling. Breathing into my back, waist, ribs, exhaling. Maybe invite a little more rotation. 1 more full breath. And exhale. And then pressing down to come back up. Just keep my hands on my blocks. Press the tops of the shins down. Soften my chest as I open my chest here and cow. And then press through my hands, press through my shins, and around to my back in my cat. 2 more, inhaling. And exhaling. Inhaling. And exhaling. And I'm going to keep my round back, gently push back towards my child's pose. Again, you can adjust the thighs together or apart. Again, together as if you're more loose, widen your knees apart if you were tighter in your hips. And then I'm going to lift my spine up, walk my 2 blocks to my right side. I'm going to bring my right hand back in just to focus on the stretching of the left side waist from my left hip to my left hand. Just take a deep breath here and a deep breath out. And I'm going to come back to a neutral child's pose. And then side 2, I'll walk my 2 blocks laterally to the left. Keep reaching through my right arm. Left block comes by my left hip. Both shoulders stay lifted, and I'm just focusing the breath in my right waist, in my armpit, right hand. And exhale. And then I'm going to come back to center. Using the blocks underneath my hands, I'm just going to press up, downward dog, curl the toes under, lift my hips up and back. So adjusting my hands on the blocks, lifting, lowering my heels a couple times. And then I'm going to inhale, come forward to plank pose, lengthen through my spine, reach through my crown, reach through my thighs. And exhale, lower the knees. Find my cow. Find my cat. Find my cow. Lift my knees, press it back to down dog. Lower, lifting my feet a couple times just to find that reach the back of the thighs, hamstrings. Keep the reach back. Inhale, come forward, plank pose, top of a push-up. Keep the reach through the crown, thighs. Feel the center line, gently hugging into the midline. And then lowering the knees right to cow, back to cat, back to cow. And then lift up and back, down dog. One more time, inhale, lifting. Breathing into the back of the heart, extending from the heart, reaching. Inhale, exhale. And then keep the reach as I inhale, lead forward with my crown, come forward to my plank. Again, maybe invite any movement forward or back, side to side. Feel your plumb line. Feel your center line that runs through the center of your skull, center line of your spine, through the inseam of the thighs. And then gently lower the knees. Inhale, cow, cat, and then push it back, child's. One full breath here in child's pose. Let it go. And then press it back up to all fours. And take a variation of Gomukhasana, crossing the left knee behind my right. So the thighs are hugging, and this draw my shin bones apart. And here I'm going to push my hips back. And then around, come forward. And inhale, think cow, push my hips back. And around, create more width. One more time. Push my hips back. And then you can stay here, and this may be plenty of a stretch, trying to keep the hips even. Or you can have a sit, or you can have a seat, in your Gomukhasana. You can bring the shin bones forward a little bit more. Keep the knees stacking. And if it's available to you, you could take your full cow face posture, reaching left arm up, bending the elbow for a tricep stretch, maybe taking the right arm behind you and grabbing hold of the left hand. I'm just going to stay for a deep breath here. Feeling my body. Exhale, finding that length through it. Reach through it. Good. And I'm going to gently unwind. I'm going to come back forward, transitioning to side two. So now I'll take my right knee behind my left knee. Okay, I'm going to inhale. Press my shin bones apart as I hinge back. Try to move evenly to the two sides of my hips. And come forward. Think more cat. And push it back. And around. Come forward. Cat. And push it back. Lengthen the sides of the waist. One more time. And then again, this may be plenty for many people. Try to keep moving your hips evenly back. Keep the shoulders lifted. Lengthen to the sides of the waist. Or having a seat off the back of the mat. Again, make sure the knees can stack. You can draw the shins more forward. Outer feet strong. Reaching through the inner foot. And stay nice and tall here. Breathing deep breaths. Or possibly stretch the right arm up. Find that reach out of the outer hip. Bending the elbow. Find your tricep stretch. And then maybe taking the left hand behind you, grab hold of the top right hand. And just take one more generous breath. Inhaling, feeling. And really feel where your body could benefit from that breath. See if you can target your breathing in those spots. Maybe it's your mind. Maybe you just need to breathe more space in your mind. And exhale, let it go. And then gently release that, and we'll come back forward with our blocks to all fours. Very good. Okay. Getting into our core just a little bit. I'm going to take the right block underneath my right knee. So I'm a little unbalanced now. So I have to really press down with my right shin, left hand to lift my left knee so my hips are level. And 3 times I'm going to stretch out to bird dog. Exhale, elbow to knee. Trying to keep the evenness in my hips. And I'm going to find my length. So my right arm back, find my reach to my crown, keep my hips, shoulders level, and maybe bend that knee, grab my foot, and I can kick up, open my right chest, soften my chest through my shoulders, and take a sneak peek over my right shoulder. Really open up through my right chest, lengthen through my neck. You can even hold the inner foot if that works for you. And a full breath here, kicking up. Notice they soften down. And gentle rotation left to right. Good, and I'm going to sweep nice and long right back to my bird dog. Lengthen, reach, and then release. Side 2. So I'm going to slide the left block underneath my left shin bone. And again, I have to press down right hand, left shin to lift my right knee up so my hips can be level. And you can curl the left toes under if you like. And you can inhale, stretch out, bird dog. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, bird dog. Exhale. Inhale. And pause here. Exhale, find your reach, find your length. And then maybe swing that left arm back, bend the right knee, grab your inner foot, and you can kick up and back and find a counter stretch down and forward. Up and back, down and forward, and then maybe sneak a peek over your left shoulder. And you can even hold on to the inner foot. One more full breath here. And then gently release back to your bird dog, nice and long. Finding your reach, keeping that sense of middle. And then gently let it go. Okay, using my blocks once more. Coming up into my downward facing dog. Curl the toes under, lift up and back. And I'll just take a deep breath here. A deep breath out. One more full breath in. And full breath out. Good. And then bending the knees, slightly hop or walk in front of the mat. Good. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Release your head, neck. Rooting to rise, inhale. Stretch up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, hands to heart. And then Tadasana, mountain pose. I'm going to warm up with some cross-reference sun salutations. So like Gomukhasana, I'm going to stack my knees right on top of left. Make sure the knees are a little supple so you're not blocking energy there. Ground your feet, connect to your seat. Then swing the arms up, inhale. Exhale. Forward fold, Uttanasana. Blocks are there to help me keep my shoulders pulling up my back. Inhale halfway up. And I'll swing my left leg to the back right corner of my mat. Pause there. Stay here and breathe. Or ground through your feet. Inhale. Anjaneyasana. Hug the midline. Reach through the center line of your body. Get longer as you root deeper. And then exhale, hands to the block. Set my right leg to the left corner of my mat. Knees are stacked. I'm in my plank pose. Stay in plank or inhale. You can lower the hips down, drive through the heels, open the chest, push into the blocks. Find that reach the hips. Exhale, pike the hips up and back, down dog. Stepping left leg forward, the right corner of my mat. And lower the back right knee, pausing. Hugging the midline, staying here or hugging your center line as you inhale. A lot more unstable here for me. And exhale. Hands down, and then I'm going to lift the back right knee, step forward, right behind left. Face my head. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, deepen your forward fold. Again, you can use your hands on blocks to keep lifting your shoulders, hugging the stomach, releasing head. And then inhale, rooting to rise, stretch up. Exhale, hands to heart. Tadasana, and again, inhale. One more time through. Exhale, hinging, lowering down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Now right leg to the left corner of my mat. Lower the back right knee, hug the midline. Find your balance, maybe come up. Grow, grow, grow. Hug the center line, thigh to thigh. Exhale, hands to blocks. Left foot to the right corner of my mat. Find your plank. Staying here in plank, deepening your breathing. Or again, lower the hips, open the chest. Keep the drive through the thigh. Open your collarbones wide, inhale. Exhale, pike the hips up and back. Down dog. Right leg to the left corner of your mat. Lowering back, left knee. Hug in, staying here again. Inhale. Rooting to rise, grow long through your center line. A lot of balancing going on. Exhale, hands to blocks and step. Left foot behind right, knee stacked, releasing head. And then inhale halfway up. Deepening your forward fold, hugging your thighs, firming your kneecaps. And then inhale, moving to rise, stretch up. And exhale, hands to heart. Now keeping my legs crossed for crescent pose. Left leg's behind my right knee, so I'm going to send my left arm up. And gentle side bend up and over. Right arm just slides down my right thigh. I'm hugging my waistline in. I can even gaze up, grab hold of the top left wrist, my right bottom hand. And then rooting to rise. And side two. So right leg behind left. Knees stacked. Feel that connection into my pelvis. Right arm up, inhale. And side bend, looking down my left shoulder, sliding left hand down my left thigh. Keep that sense of middle. Or you could gaze up, take hold of the top left wrist. Give an extra little stretch here. And then rooting to rise, coming up. And release. Good. Now, here I continue. Utkatasana, feet are hip distance width apart. Having a seat in my chair. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, sit deeper. Inhale. Exhale. Lower full breath. And then lowering my hands down, forward fold, releasing head. Inhale, halfway up. And then I'm going to step my right leg back for a lunge. Pausing here, taking the blocks inside my left shin and making more width between my 2 feet. So I move my left foot leftward. I'm going to intentionally draw the hips back and reach my arms forward on an angle to the right corner of my mat. You can stay with your hands in the blocks, or maybe you can come onto the forearms. Just a couple breaths here. I'm keeping the intention of the hips drawing back in opposition to my torso, reaching forward in a lateral reach, getting some space in my left hip. Stay grounded to left foot, right foot, and still there's that sense of midline. Full breath. And then coming back to center. Stepping back, using the blocks, downward facing dog. More full breath here. And then I'm going to set my right leg forward. Lunge pose, lower back left knee. Blocks to the inside of my right shin. Moving my right foot more rightward. You can always turn your toes out slightly with a little extra rotation. Blocks move in opposition to my right shin, lateral to the left. Intentionally drawing my hips back, especially that right hip, pressing the right foot down and back, feeling that seat connection. Hands can stay on blocks, or you could find a little more hinge in the hips, lower the forearms. You're trying to keep that hinge in the hips, not bending in your back. And then breathe into your spine, breathe into your shoulders, breathe into your hips. Where does your body need the breath? And more full breath. Keep returning to your center line on the exhale. And then we'll walk the blocks back in. Find your lunge, and we're back to downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Bend the knees, exhale, hop or walk, right into your mat, Uttanasana. Releasing your head, shoulders pull up. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, deepen your forward fold, push the floor, firm the kneecaps, hug your waistline in. And then bending the knees, chair pose, reach the arms forward and up. Sit deep on your exhale. We're here 2 more breaths. Inhaling. Exhaling. Maybe draw the hands together. Reach up through the index fingers. Squeeze your biceps to your ears. One more full breath here. And then press down to rise up. Stretch up. And then exhale, hands to heart. And let it go. Again, Utkatasana again. Exhale right to your Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale halfway up. And then again, I'm going to step my right leg or left leg back this time. Lower back left knee. Press the top of the foot down. Taking my blocks up a little higher. I'm going to still allow, for this one, I'm going to allow my hips to go down and forward. But I have to work that right foot back, knee back, so the hips stay level. So the pressing of the left shin bone is key to tone the left thigh. And I keep firming that right hip back from the right foot. I'm going to stay here in blocks and keep lowering, keep lifting, keep pulling the right foot back. And just 2 more breaths in Anjanasana. If you'd like, you can reach the arms forward and up. Again, maybe lace through fingers, reach up through index fingers. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And then hands to heart. Pull yourself out of that deep lunge. And we're going to rotate our spine, powering from the outer left hip, drawing my elbow to the outer right knee, making a fist. Staying here for a deep exhale. Abdomen pulls back. Deepen my rotation. Then you can cup your right hand, or cup your left hand with your top right hand. Shoulders back, stacking right to left. One more full breath here. Find the rotation starting at the outer left hip. Right foot hip pull back. Abdomen pull up and in. And then gently release. Ardha Hanuman. So I'm going to stretch my right leg to straight. Take the right heel bone down. And then draw the hips back. I can adjust the blocks and walk my hands forward on the blocks. Keep the shoulders lifted. Just a couple breaths here. And then 3 times I can inhale, come forward in my lunge. And back to my Ardha Hanuman. Inhale, forward in my lunge. And back to my Ardha Hanuman. One more time. Exhale. Good. Coming back up. Press it back. Downward facing dog. And stepping left leg forward this time. Lowering back right knee. Pressing the top of the right foot down. Toning the right thigh. Bring my blocks a little higher. So the shoulders can stay just right underneath my hands here. I keep pulling the left foot hip back to keep my hips level as I deepen into my lunge here. Without just letting it collapse forward and down. There's a little bit of resistance. There's that tone of the thigh. The left foot pulls back, feeling the left seat hamstring. You can always lower the blocks down, lift your chest, lengthen through your throat. Only if you feel stable, reach the arms forward and up. You can option to lace through the fingers, reach to the index fingers, biceps to ears, lengthen the back of the throat, and 2 breaths in. Connect to your ground, connect to your center line, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And it feels so good. Gently release, pull out of the lunge a bit, maybe walk your left foot back. And I'll take my right elbow to the outer left knee. Make a fist with the bottom right hand, take my left hand and cup the top right fist. And curl the back right toes, it feels good. For me it does. And I'm going to take 3 breaths, inhale. Power the rotation of the outer right hip, drawing the left foot hip back. Stacking my shoulders. then gently release. Turn to face the floor. And now from here, Ardha Hanuman, which is stretching my back or left leg to straight, firming along the back thigh kneecap. I'm going to draw my hips back as I walk my hands forward. Just a couple breaths. Ardha Hanuman, stretching back the left hamstring, back of the left calf. Keeping the hips drawing back evenly. Hips are level, best to my ability. And then from there, inhale forward, and I lunge. And then back, Ardha Hanuman. So just flowing in and out 2 more times. Inhale, pulling forward and up. Exhale, hips draw back. Using your head. Feeling your feet, feeling your thighs. 1 more time. And exhale. And then coming back up, downward facing dog. Taking a deep breath in, deep breath out, deep breath in, deep breath out. And bending the knees, inhale, lightly hopping or walking in front of my mat. Forward fold, releasing head. Inhale halfway up. Deepen my forward fold, pushing my hands into the block to lift my shoulders up my back. One more full breath here. Press the floor away, exhale. Bending my knees, Utkatasana. Sitting deeper, and then inhale, pressing up. And exhale, hands to heart center, and release. Shoulders draw back. Thigh bones draw back. Keep my center. Feel your mountain pose, nice and steady. And we're inhale, stretch up. Exhale, hinge at the hips, and forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. And moving into Parsat Konasana, stepping right leg back. And using the block for my left hand, right hand to hip. I'm going to inhale, lift the top of the right thigh up as I tug or my bend of my left knee down and forward. Now again, as I bend the left knee forward and down, I got to pull the left foot back. And keep lifting the right thigh up. Taking 1 more full breath here. Keep that focus lifting of the right thigh. As I exhale, rotate my spine now to face you. And then right arm is back, shoulders back, and rotate palm open. An external rotation and like a rainbow, sweep it over. And press into the block, press into the floor. And spiral open to the sky. 1 more breath. Top right thigh back. Really stretch through the whole right side of the body. And then from there, hand to hip. And I'm going to work the top, the left kneecap to straight. I got to lift this thigh up and back. Press the left foot down and forward, firming my left kneecap. Keep that connection. And then keep the lift of the right thigh, hit the ground through the right foot. As I exhale and spiral open to face you. Same as before, externally rotate and reach up. Find that root down. Find that spiral left to right. One full breath. Maybe exhale, reach the top arm over, lengthen the sides of the waist, out of the hips. Feels so good. And then gently return. And I gently step forward. And step back. Side 2, send the back left heel down. Here, at least hip distance width apart. Again, lifting the back left inner thigh up. And strengthen outer left hip. As I bend my right knee. So I need that lift up, the balance, the bend in my right knee in the lunge. Right foot pulls back. Inhale, lift the top left thigh. And firm my right buttock under as I rotate my torso. Shoulders are back. Find that rotation. Like a rainbow, sweep the top left arm over. And I keep lifting the top left thigh up as I bend my right knee deep, pulling the right foot back, spiraling my waist right to left. 1 more full breath here. Lengthen the whole left side. And gently return the left hand, gaze down, sitting for Trikonasana. So to straighten my right leg, I gotta draw the top left thigh up and back as I press my right foot down and forward, firming my kneecap, back thigh. Inhale here, get long through your spine. And then exhale, firm the right back under, rotate my torso, right to left. Again, same as before, externally rotate and swing the top arm up to start. Find my reach down, find my reach up. Lengthening my head right out of my pelvic floor. Lengthening evenly through bottom, right waist, top left. Spreading my wings, my legs, growing my spine. Next exhale, maybe reach the top left arm over, lengthen your body. And then gently return. And let's do one vinyasa with blocks or not. I'm going to use my blocks. Stepping right leg back to meet my left. Inhale forward to my plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Press down, inhale. Upward facing, pressing, opening. And exhale, curl toes. And back downward dog. Couple deep breaths here. Another breath in. Another breath out. I'm going to come forward again. Find my plank. Reach through the spine. Reach through the arms, thighs. Rock forward. Exhale, chaturanga again. Keep my center. Upward facing. Pressing down, lengthening. And then gently bending my elbows, lowering my pelvis. And then chest down. Trying the blocks on their face if they're not. And I'll do a few cobras. Pelvis is on the mat. Spiraling my thighs in. Abdomen to spine, pressing through tops of feet. Lifting shoulders. And I'm going to inhale. Pressing down forward to lift up. Shoulders lengthen up first. Draw back second. Pull the sternum up. And a full breath here. And exhale, gently lower. That one more time. And sitting my legs, lifting my shoulders. Inhale, gazing down, the ridge of my nose into my sternum. And then the very last second, lift my head back. Press my hands down. I'm going to full inhale here. Breathe all the way up into the ridge of the scapula. And then exhale, gently lower all the way back down. I'm going to push up and back into a nice child's pose. Again, I like knees together. Hands can stay reaching on the blocks. You can always pull them back in, closer to you. Find a nice resting spot for your head. Just 2 more breaths here. Okay, lifting up. And now I'm going to come onto my back for a quick happy baby. So moving my blocks out of the way. Okay, just taking a moment to lie down, hold on to my knees, massage my low back, and then split my knees apart, hold on to my ankles, maybe the outer feet, and then trying to anchor my tailbone, sit bones reach forward and down as I lift my feet up on top of my knees. So this is like a supine malasana, deep squat, and we'll do that soon enough. But really connect to the tailbone reaching down, the spine staying long. You can play with extending one leg at a time. But really be sure you're reaching through the back of the thigh with strength. So find that reach from the sit bone attachment to the hamstring through the back knee, out into the foot, into your hand. Maybe both legs at the same time. Tailbone is heavy. And then I'll keep my right leg at happy baby, stretch my left leg out for a single leg happy baby. Trying to ground the top of the left thigh down. And then keeping the shape of my right leg, that right angle, right into figure four pose. Hands can lace the top of the left shin. Again, I'm trying to anchor the tailbone to find my elongation of my spine. Allow the sacrum to draw into the spine. Natural curve in the low back. And then from here, you can stay at this figure four, go to Gomukhasana. We did this at the beginning of practice. So the knees are stacking, and I'm pushing up and forward into my hands. Breathing a deep breath into my low back, outer hips. Still trying to find that lift in my low spine. Natural curve, tailbone's heavy. And keeping the cross of my leg, you can still be in figure four, lowering the left foot down, shifting my hips laterally to the right into my supine twist. So hips are stacking now, bottom left waist is lifting, top right hip is lengthening. Such a great stretch. One more full breath. And then gently return. So again, start with both knees in, massage your low back. Find your happy baby, knees split. And then go right to single leg happy baby, side two. So try to find that right ankle, foot on top of the knee, rounding the top right hip. And I'm pulling the foot down as much as I'm pushing the foot up to get that strength in that stretch. Trying to ground the right hip, broaden my pelvic center. Keeping that shape, that angle, moving into figure four. So my feet are active, reaching to the inner foot, facing my hands to top of right shin. And if I don't think about it, I'll just sort of collapse inward, but I want to think about it, and I want that length in my low back. So the tailbone reaches down, forward, focusing on creating length and integrity in my lowest spine. I like to move my hips lateral here. Try to relax your shoulders, gently engage your waistline. And you can stay with the figure four or go right to Gomukhasana supine, grabbing the outer foot. If that doesn't work, the outer shins. And you're kicking up and forward. Elbows are wide, shoulders are back. And we're stretching to those outer hips. And then pausing, you can lower the right foot down. Lift your hips up laterally over to the left, and then right to your supine twist. Right away, lifting the top left hip, or reaching it down, lifting the bottom right waist up. And one more full breath. And gently return to center. I'm going to hug my two knees into my chest and just rock and roll my spine up and down my mat a few times. And now, one more time here, I'm going to find my Navasana. So I'm on the back edge of my sit bones, option to reach the legs to straight, reach the arms, 3 breaths, inhale, exhale. Keep lifting your head out of your heart out of your pelvis. Keep reaching your legs, arms, fingertips brightly. And I'm going to rock and roll again. This time come up into my Malasana, using my hands to help me a bit. Pressing down. Okay. Allow your hips to go side to side. So again, I'm hinging at my hips, so I keep the ability to push my feet down. I'm going to take my left hand to the left side, press my left tricep into my left thigh, and open up in my Malasana. And then come back center, Find that ability to push down. Right hand to the right, pressing right thigh open into my Malasana side 2. Good, and then I'm gonna press down, lift up, forward fold, release my head. And this time, I'm gonna bend my knees gently, roll my back up to posture. Okay, I'm gonna take it to the wall just for a few inversions. I'll do 3 inversions. I'm gonna do a handstand, a Pinchamirasana, forward balance, and another handstand. If you're not familiar with handstand or forward balance, which is Pinchamirasana, I would recommend doing an L-shaped handstand. To get into that, you have a seat against the wall. Notice where your heels are, that's where the heels of the hands will be. So I'll demo that really quick. My hands would be here, pressing down, lifting my hips, and walking one foot up, and pressing into my L-shaped handstand. Maybe exhale, drive through my hands, lift up through my hips, sit bones up to the sky. And you can play with lifting one leg at a time, like so. Great way to build strength. And you keep pushing the floor away, feel that connection to your center. Maybe try to balance, okay? So continue with working with L-shaped handstand if you're new to inversions, or you can face the wall, lower to all fours. Again, I'm gonna do a handstand first, making sure the hands are spreading apart, clawing my fingertips, wrapping biceps to triceps, lifting my hips, and I'm just simply gonna kick up, find the wall. And I'm gonna take at least 5 breaths in and out, and in and out. Find my mountain pose upside down. Try to find my balance. Good. Coming down into my child's pose. Okay. Trying for Pincha next. Forward balance. So setting my forearms, spreading my fingertips brightly. And for this one, I am going to use a block actually between my palms. So I can really squeeze the brick. Provides a little bit more external rotation in my upper arms, which is nice. Lengthen the sides of my waist, soften my heart, and then broaden the upper back. I want to open and create width and strength in my upper back. That's where my weight is going. And I have to reach up out of that. I need a strong upper back for this. I'm gonna curl my toes, lift my hips up, keep lifting shoulders up, squeezing the brick. Maybe float one leg up. Other leg will come up. Maybe look forward at the brick, pull the stomach in, and I'm here, 5 breaths. Then gently lower one leg down, followed by the next, and again back to child's pose. Rest my head on the block. And if you've had enough of inversions, you can rest in child's pose or take a downward facing dog. I'm going to do one more handstand. I haven't been practicing my inversions much lately. I'm trying to get back into them. So, making my hands, my feet, pulling my abdomen in, connecting through my shoulders, lifting my hips up. There's that attention down into my hands, that lift up of my shoulders. Release my head. Walk it in, one leg up, and buoyantly kick up. There I am. And pause. Try to connect my body. Connect my shoulders into my abdomen, into my pelvis, out to my feet. Lowering down and releasing forward fold. Bending my knees gently, rolling my spine up. Okay, I'm going to continue with some grounding postures into my hips. Okay, continuing all fours. I'm going to draw my right shin forward into pigeon pose. I'm going to slide my left leg back. And again, here I can grab my blocks. I'm going to first walk my blocks over to the left side of my mat. Keep drawing my left hip forward and down as I walk my hands forward and out. I can rebend my left elbow, but lengthen out of my right hip. One full breath. Walking the hands back, lifting up in my pigeon. And then going ahead into my Ardha Matsyendrasana, drawing my left leg all the way around, grounding through my sit bones, wrapping my right arm around my left side, into my twist. Sometimes it's helpful to close your eyes. Again, that's the idea of turning inward, closing off your senses to feel what's going on, where you need the breath. Gently return to center. Optional fire log pose. You can go into Sukhasana, which would just be cross-legged, or maybe stack your left ankle on top of the right knee. And you can stay here, or use your blocks one more time and walk your blocks out, hinging at those hips, shoulders lifted. We're here 2 more breaths. And walking the blocks back in. And unwinding, coming back to all fours. And side 2. Left shin forward. Right leg stretches back. Pressing through the top of the right foot. Option to grab the blocks. So in your pigeon pose, my left a little bit. My right hip comes forward to my left ankle. Walking my arms over to the right side. Left arm can stay, right elbow can bend. I'm here for a couple breaths. Shoulders are lifting up. Walking it back. Lifting nice and tall. Exhale, release. And then Ardha Matsyendrasana, taking my right back leg all the way to the outer left thigh, rooting my sit bones, wrapping my right knee in, right hand behind me, and a couple breaths. Inhale, again, invite yourself to close your eyes, turn inside. One more breath. Gently release your twist. Again, optional Sukhasana, cross-legged, or fire log. Agni Stambhasana. Feet are flexed. Spine is tall. Staying here, breathing deep breaths. We're going to take your blocks and find a little bit more hinge, a little more sensation in those outer hips. Like in hands press down to shoulders lift up, so you can lengthen your spine without shoulders getting in your way. Wonderful breath. Excellent. And then planting the blocks down, we're going to come back to all fours. Okay. We're going to do one cow. We're going to do one cat. And now we have one more optional hand balance. So I'm going to bring the blocks in. I'm going to curl the toes under and find my Malasana. Okay. Moving into Bakasana Crow with the blocks. Back a little bit. So my hands are going to press down. I got to transfer my weight forward. So right now my hips are down and back. Now I have to allow my hips to come forward. I'm going to bend my elbows like my chaturanga. And to balance, I have to really engage my waistline and really connect my feet up into my belly. So planting my hands on my blocks, coming forward. So I feel the weight shift from my feet to my hands. Abdomen, ribs are lifting up. And now here, I'm going to bend my elbows and squeeze my knees up into my armpits. Transfer my weight forward and then squeeze my heels up, Bakasana. Your 3 breaths. Inhale, exhale, heels to butt. Inhale, exhale. One more breath. Exhale, then gently lower into your Malasana. Okay, hope that went well. From there, let's lengthen those front hips now. So coming down onto your shin bones, pressing the tops of the feet down, coming to Virasana. Now you can always use a block underneath your pelvis. You can close your eyes. Relax your body. Staying here, or you can begin to start to find that pelvic tilt. Drawing the hips under, reaching through the inseam of the thighs, lowering to the forearms. You can find that connection from your waist through your pelvic center, through the inner thighs. Tops of feet are pressing. I'm hugging my midline. Taking a deep breath, keep drawing your waistline in, pelvic tilting. Or you could go possibly all the way down. Keep drawing your thighs toward one another. Abdomen to spine. Tailbone under. And then maybe reach the arms up. Grab hold of the elbows and extend back. Here, 2 more breaths wherever you're at. Exhale. One more breath. Exhale. Very nice. And then again, pressing down through my forearms, lifting my chest up, walking back up to my Virasana hero's pose. And then I'm gently going to come out of that and find my way to Dandasana staff pose. And inhale here. Sit bones are sharp. And then exhale, hinge forward into my Paschimottanasana. One more breath. And fold to come up. Slide the blocks back now. Handstand block, shoulders are up. You can bend the knees to tabletop or maybe keep the legs long and then press down, lift up. Purvottanasana. 2 breaths in. Exhale, reach the arms, lift the chest. One more breath. And then gently lower. Move the blocks aside. Pelvic tilt, draw the hips under, and ease your way down. Knees apart, gently windshield wiper your knees. Connecting through your feet, inner foot, the outer foot. And then keep the left knee in. Come onto the outer or the inner left foot. Keep pulling the foot back as you reach the knee long. Maybe stack the right foot on top of the left knee and stretch the left arm up overhead. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Connect to the length from the left hand all the way through the left knee. And gently return to center. A gentle windshield wiper coming to the inner and outer edges of the feet. Connecting to how the knee is. So when the inner knee goes in, the inner foot goes down. Knee comes up, you come more on the outer edge of the feet. So feeling that connection, foot to knee to pelvis. And then keep the knee in on the inner edge of the right foot. Pull the foot up as you reach the knee down. Left foot could stack. Your right arm can reach up and find that connection, hand through pelvis, inner thigh, inner knee. Maybe close your eyes, relax a bit. Into your inner experience. And then we'll gently return to center. Draw the knees together. Squeeze the knees together. You pull the knees in. Keep squeezing those knees together. And then gently return your legs back out. I'm going to close in a constructive rest position. My knees are bent. Feet are wide. Knees are together. Tailbone's heavy. Reach my arms up, spread my fingertips, and then give myself a big hug. Just ending with 3 deep breaths. Cross one of our arms on top for 3 more breaths here. Allow your body to go deeper into yourself. Each exhale. And gently hug the knees into the chest once more. Roll to your side. And feel your way back up. Okay, that will close us for today's practice. That was longer than I expected, but we challenged ourselves. We kept the focus on the inside, closing our eyes, connecting to our breath, and feeling where we could benefit, feeling where that breath could benefit us the most. Honoring the length of our spine, particularly our low back, and yes, self-compassion. So with all our practices, hopefully you're able to show yourself some love, self-compassion. We're gonna make mistakes, that's part of life, but hopefully we can come back to ourselves over and over again, forgive ourselves, and choose better. Okay, namaste, have a beautiful day.